In the United Kingdom, it is official. Boris Johnson will return to 10 Downing Street as Prime Minister as the Conservatives head towards what could very well be their biggest victory in more than 3 decades. And as for Jeremy Corbyn and the Labour Party, Friday the 13th literally turned into a nightmare. Johnson made this election about one thing, Brexit, and now he has a clear path to get the United Kingdom out of the European Union by the end of January next year. The message from the returning Prime Minister is clear. No ifs, no buts. Get Brexit done.
And I say to you that in this election, your voice has been heard, and about time too. Because we politicians have squandered the last 3 years, 3.5 years, in squabbles about Brexit. We've even been arguing about arguing and about the tone of our arguments. I will put an end to all that nonsense, and we will get Brexit done on time by the 31st of January. No ifs, no buts, no maybes. Leaving the European Union as one United Kingdom, taking back control of our laws, borders, money, our trade, immigration system, delivering on the democratic mandate of the people. And at the same time, this One Nation Conservative government will massively increase our investment in the NHS, the health service that represents the very best of our country, with this single beautiful idea.
Labour Party leader Jeremy Corbyn retained his seat in Islington North, but that was the only bit of good news in what has otherwise been a day of horror. His party's performance has been underwhelming across the country. In a huge announcement, Corbyn said that he will not be leading the Labour Party into any more elections.
I want to also make it clear that I will not lead the party in any future general election campaign. I will discuss with our party to ensure there is a process now of reflection on this result and on the policies that the party will take going forward. And I will lead the party during that period to ensure that discussion takes place and we move on into the future.
And there's a huge setback for Liberal Democrat leader Joe Swinson. The Scottish National Party defeated Swinson in East Dunbartonshire in what was the first big individual casualty of the day. She lost her seat by a slender margin of 149 votes. Swinson said the results would bring dread and dismay to the country. A few things seem quite clear from this result. For one, this is a clear rejection of Jeremy Corbyn's leadership and could very well be the end of the road for him. Remember, he had been accused of anti-Semitism throughout the campaign but did not apologize for it, despite having the chance to do so. On Brexit, Corbyn's position was too ambiguous. He wanted to renegotiate a deal with the European Union and present it as an option in a new referendum. Corbyn may have misjudged the average British voter who wanted to put the mess of Brexit behind them. For Boris, Christmas has definitely come early. He will have the brute numbers now to push his Brexit deal through the House of Commons and get Brexit done by the month of January, as he promised. The sheer majority is quite a mandate in favour of Johnson. It's the biggest Tory victory in more than 30 years. Labour suffered major setbacks in seats that were traditionally considered as their strongholds, places like Blyth Valley and Workington. Bastions of the Labour Party for decades have been wrested away by the Tories. The constituency of Leigh in northwestern England encapsulates the day for them. Since 1992, Labour have held on to the seat until today. And now let's break this down geographically for you. Up north in Scotland, things are going as expected for the Scottish National Party. They have won 48 seats out of the 59 up for grabs. In Scotland, Brexit was not the mantra. The SNP, or the Scottish National Party, campaigned on the premise of a fresh Scottish referendum and in the process retained and expanded its voter base. These results will be a great boost to SNP's demand for autonomy. And when you move down to the northeast and the Midlands, the change in tide in favour of the Tories is clearly visible. In the year 2017, these areas were Labour bastions. Not anymore. The Tories have improved their vote share by 4% in these regions. In London and the adjoining areas, the results mirrored the 2017 polls. Labour has won 49 out of the 73 seats in the capital. The Liberal Democrats also have 3 seats in London now. But otherwise, the Liberal Democrats have had a horrible show this time around. Remember, even their leader lost their seat. Reactions are coming in from leaders across the world on the British elections. Prime Minister Modi of India has tweeted many congratulations to Prime Minister Boris Johnson for his return with a thumping majority. I wish him the best and look forward to working together for closer India-UK ties. Donald Trump was also quick to congratulate the man who many called Britain Trump. He said that the United States was looking forward to striking a free trade deal with the United Kingdom post-Brexit.